Hi, I'm Kate. I'm AI influencer. How about having some fun together? You can make me talk or smile, and I will dance for you. Whatever you need me to do, Druid Cat will show you in this video how to make it. Let's go.
Hiya. This is Druid Cat. Welcome to my course. I got for you brand new workflows, new editing techniques, automatic installation scripts both for local and Runpod. The most comprehensive AI influencer system ever created. I've been working on something for a long time to refine all the things you complained about in numerous comments and previous videos, so that this time everything went much easier and more efficiently. What I have for you is a big package with scripts that will automatically download all the models that are needed to run these workflows from ComfyUI. You will be able to do everything that I said in previous videos, but better, because all the workflows will be described, including changing clothes, realistic, very high-quality face swap, changing objects, inpainting, outpainting, editing on prompts, very good image quality, various types of upscalers, video WAN model, and a few of its very useful workflows.
Druid Cat also placed the sonic scripts for talking avatars, although for the moment this method is a bit outdated, and various better tools exist for this. I was created by OmniHuman.
I will show you all the workflows. I won't go through all of them because this video would be too long, but let's focus on a few of the most important ones. Everything I don't cover in this tutorial, you can explore yourself directly in the workflows. They have detailed notes explaining every parameter and function. These comprehensive annotations will guide you through the process, so you can learn and experiment independently. The thing I was working on is ComfyUI Hub. We will have a new template, and this time, not to wait too long, as many people complained, to read all these scripts. We will use the storage function so that everything we install is there forever, and we will be able to run it. We will have our own disk in the cloud with our own configuration, and preferably my own collection, in which you will do practically everything what is best with open source methods. And all that just for the cost of using the cloud itself. Using only models is free, and you can save a lot on it because all other platforms that do it automatically charge a lot of money. This course requires access to my Patreon materials, so I highly encourage you to support the channel to unlock full access. Fun fact, you buy a cat in a bag, but it is a Druid Cat. So this time, it is actually a deal.
In this tutorial, we'll follow the same approach as in the previous video. To create a diverse dataset of a non-existent person, we'll start by generating one ideal image using text-to-image. Then we'll upscale it 2 or 4 times to enhance the details and make it possible to zoom in and crop a close-up of the face. We'll use both the full-body image and the close-up image with video models like WAN or Kling to generate rotations and expressions. The extracted frames from those videos will become our diverse dataset.
Step 1. First, head over to my Patreon to download the Druid Cat Model Scripts collection. You'll find the link in the latest post. What you need to remember is the script from the PS1 extension. PS1 is a script for Windows systems that you run in Windows PowerShell. The sh script is for Linux, Ubuntu type systems like Runpod. Both will install our scripts to the ComfyUI. What we have to remember, this folder must be in the ComfyUI folder so that these scripts work and install correctly. To run a PS1 script on Windows, right-click on the PS1 file and select Run with PowerShell, or open PowerShell in the script folder and type PowerShell, ExecutionPolicy Bypass File install.ps1. Ask ChatGPT how to run them. Important note about antivirus. If your antivirus shows warnings about my scripts, don't worry. My scripts from my Patreon are completely safe, and you can disable the antivirus temporarily. Don't download them from other sources. Here's what you need to know about storage. If you install everything, it's about 550 gigabytes, but you don't need it all. I recommend starting with the first 4 Flux folders. That'll be around 300 gigabytes and covers all the essential workflows. The beauty of this system is modularity. You only install what you need. Download the password-protected zip file from Patreon. The password is also provided there for subscribers. Step 2. Now let's set up Runpod with persistent storage. This time we're doing something different. We're creating a network volume, so once everything is installed, it stays there forever. No more reinstalling every time. Head to runpod.io and make sure you have at least $20 in credits. Since we're creating persistent storage, there's a small monthly maintenance cost, but it's worth it for the convenience. Go to the storage section and click New Network Volume. For testing, create 300 GB storage that covers essential workflows. For full professional use, 550 GB that includes everything. Choose your deployment settings. Select Secure Cloud, which is required for network volumes. Choose ES1 zone for European servers with good GPU selection. Important, RTX 5090 isn't supported by my initial template due to CUDA architecture differences, but you can still run this on local if you have the right drivers installed. Recommended GPUs, RTX 4090, perfect for Flux models, runs smoothly. RTX 4080, great for most workflows, very fast. A100, excellent for video generation with LTX Studio. Don't worry about the A100's $1.89 per hour price. With LTX Studio, you can create dozens of videos in an hour, making it much more cost-effective than paid platforms that charge 40 cents per generation. Select your GPU and prepare for template selection. Step 3. Now we'll use my custom template for this setup. In the template field, enter the template name you'll find on my Patreon page. This template is specifically designed for this workflow collection. Click Deploy on Demand and wait about 5 to 10 minutes for everything to initialize. The template needs to download and configure all the basic dependencies. Once your pod is running, you'll see two connection options: ComfyUI main interface and Jupyter Notebook File Manager. Start with Jupyter Notebook, port 8888. This will be our file browser and installation interface. In Jupyter Notebook, 1. Navigate to the ComfyUI folder. 2. Drag and drop your downloaded zip file with the scripts. 3. Open Terminal from Jupyter Notebook. First, install unzip capability, sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get install unzip. Then extract your scripts with the password from Patreon, unzip-p-patreon password-druid cat models scripts.zip. Replace Patreon password with the actual password from my Patreon page. Step 4. Now comes the installation magic. Navigate to the extracted Druid Cat Models Scripts folder. You'll see multiple folders for different workflow categories. First, let's turn off the previous terminal, because we will have to run a new terminal. We will start with the Flux text to image. The script is installed in a very simple way. We enter the Flux text to image folder. Next, the installation script is this file, install.sh. We enter the terminal, and then we enter the command bash install.sh. Then we confirm. The script automatically downloads all required models, installs missing custom nodes, sets up all dependencies, and copies workflows to your ComfyUI. I will show you how it works, and you can see all necessary requirements are installed, all nodes that are missing, so that all workflows work flawlessly. And that's all. In this way, we can install packages from workflows, which are here. And when they are installed, which will not take long, they will be permanently, and we will not have to repeat these actions. This process can take 30 to 60 minutes depending on your internet speed and which packages you're installing. You'll see messages like processing models, and installing custom nodes. Don't worry if it seems slow. It's downloading gigabytes of AI models. At the end, we get a message that all models and custom nodes have been processed. Script completed. Important. After my collection installation, please open ComfyUI Manager and click Restart. Restart and then refresh your browser. Step 5. Let's go to ComfyUI. We open the Open Folder icon, and here we have all the workflows that have been installed from the scripts. As you can see, there are a lot of them, and what is improved in them compared to the previous ones is their ease of use. We have here, for example, the most basic image text from which we will start, and we have everything described here, step by step, what it concerns, what can be changed. We also have it written here how the LoRA works. There is also a very important function written here. It's a change prefix. It's very practical to pay attention to it, because many people like me like to have order in files. Load the Flux text to image workflow. Everything is clearly documented with notes explaining each parameter. We enter our prompt. You can use ChatGPT to create this prompt. If we want to get a full body, we need to describe everything in a balanced way. Proportions. That is, more or less the same amount of prompts describing the face and details of the face, skin and hair, as well as the rest of the body parts. Clothing and even shoes or feet help in generating this type of silhouette. The workflow defaults to Ultra Real Fine-Tune Flux model for maximum realism. By default, we already have Ultra Real Fine-Tune installed, which I mentioned in previous videos. This model comes from Civit AI and delivers exceptional photorealistic results that are perfect for professional influencer creation. Add Samsung LoRA for smartphone photorealism. We also have recommended Samsung Cam Ultra Real, which is very good when it comes to additional realism, and thanks to that we can go back to our ComfyUI and choose this Ultra Real model, which will automatically download the script for us. We can also load our LoRA, in this case our Samsung LoRA, which is nicely segregated and implemented for smartphone photos. We also look at what trigger word we have here, so we will copy it, and this trigger word should be placed in the prompt. The trigger word is Samsung. Add this to your prompt and set strength to 80%. This LoRA is fantastic for creating that authentic smartphone photo look that makes your influencer appear more realistic and natural. Then basically everything is ready to start. This is our first step. We click Run. You have to wait a moment, and our Kate will be created. The first generation takes longer as models load into memory. And this is how we have our influencer ready. Once we have our perfect full body shot, load the Flux upscale workflow. Set a low denoising value, around 0.3 to 0.4, to preserve the original details. You can increase or decrease the detail level depending on whether you want to enhance textures or tone them down, especially if the skin shows too many imperfections when over-detailed. We need a clean, high-quality full-body image so we can later crop a close-up from it. Step 6. Now let's explore the powerful editing workflows. These are where the magic really happens for professional influencer creation. Flux inpainting is perfect for fixing details or changing specific parts of your image. This is my go-to workflow for polishing imperfections. But it's very important to understand the difference between Flux inpainting and Flux fill inpainting, because they work completely differently. Flux inpainting, the regular one without fill, is based on the pixels that we paint over and treats them as context. For example, if we paint over a red balloon to change it to a dress, depending on the denoising strength, the dress will be red and closer to the balloon's shape. It uses the existing pixels as a guide for the new content. Flux fill inpainting model can add or completely replace objects. It doesn't rely on the existing pixel context as much and can generate completely new objects in the painted area. This difference is crucial to understand because it determines which workflow you should use. For subtle changes and repairs, use regular Flux inpainting. For complete object replacement, use Flux fill inpainting. Load Flux inpainting workflow. You'll see everything nicely explained step by step how to proceed with each node. Of course, we can change our parameters here. We will start with right-click and click Open in Mask Editor. After a while, the image will load. We will quickly paint the areas we want to fix. Click Save. We have loaded here an ultra-realistic image as a default model which will be inpainted. We can load some LoRA here. We will write a prompt here describing what should be painted. It is very important. With what denoise strength we change, we click Run and we'll see in a moment how it will fix the area. Our area has already been fixed from the one that had issues and looked unnatural. It has changed into something more acceptable and looks much better. This way, we can fix some details that we don't like in our influencer. To differentiate, we can take, for example, Flux fill inpainting, and as in the last workflow, paint our influencer's clothes a bit, and this way we get a different variation of clothes. It's also very nice to create. We can do, for example, fitness clothes, clothes for training, to make it more interesting. More or less we should do all of them, if we want different hairstyles, some tied hair, tied to the back. Well, unfortunately, you have to paint it all. That's how I explained everything in the last episode. We should differentiate photos. Flux Change Clothes provides complete outfit transformations while keeping your influencer's identity. This is extremely useful for creating variations. Here again we have the workflow Flux Change Clothes, which can also be installed in scripts. Everything is installed by itself. It is a very nicely described script with all the steps of how to proceed and what should be changed here. At this point, we can go through it, add our influencer, add clothing that we want to change, and then give a clothing prompt that we are changing. Here too, write that it is clothing. Sometimes you have to maneuver between these prompts if we have some more advanced clothes to exchange. Flux Multi-Edit offers advanced face swapping and object replacement. This is one of my favorite workflows. It allows you to change faces or subjects quite precisely. Thanks to this, we can create a different face. We can replace a specific face. Similarly, we can place a specific object in our image. The first step of this workflow is to mark the right groups. Everything is explained here, how this particular node works. For example, we put only our influencer here. We give an example face. What else is important here to make it work? We right-click. Again, we have to go to Open Mask Editor. We paint our influencer's face. Now we can click Run and wait for the result. And we have it. We have a face change. It is in quite good quality. From experiments, I can say that it works better than Face Fusion. Flux IC Edit provides quick, prompt-based editing for simple changes. You can choose it here. There are only 3 things that interest us, and we can read about them in the notes. We can add our own influencer and edit it very quickly using prompt to only change color of the dress to blue. Keep rest of the image unchanged. Simple prompt that will allow our language model to properly interpret what we want to edit, and it edits in this way, and it is quite impressive. Unfortunately, what you have to remember is that this is not the best model for this edition because we lost a lot of details. If you need something better, you have to use the paid option. If you need something better for editing, for example, something that will edit very well, I will show you briefly how to use paid options in ComfyUI. Click here in the corner in Workflows, and here we have Browse Templates. One of the best things that has been recently added to the photo edition, and it is very strong, it does it very well. High quality results where you can combine many images, change the style, or also work on a smaller part in the edition, is the Flux context. available in Max Pro multiple image input options. Flux context is much better quality than IC-Edit and gives high-quality results. It's worth trying because the difference in quality is significant. Flux context is a revolutionary workflow that allows you to use multiple reference images and combine them intelligently. It's much more powerful than single image editing because it understands context from multiple sources and maintains character consistency much better than other editing methods. Here's how to log into ComfyUI for paid options step by step. We have to go to the settings. This is the gear in the lower left corner. We go to the user, and here we have to create an account on ComfyUI. Click on Sign In, Sign Up button. But before diving into image editing, make sure you have credits for the service. Then it will instruct us that we need to recharge the credits. Flux Context Pro costs 4 cents and Flux Context Max is 8 cents. It is not bad if we work professionally. I recommend using it. This is a paid option and you need credits to use it. At the moment I will not show it to speed up the matter, but you can see for yourself because the results are really impressive. The quality is significantly better than free alternatives and maintains much better consistency across edits. Step 7. Now let's create a 360-degree rotation of the model in video format to extract frames for LoRA training. We can use the new One Fusion X model, image to video. Let's give it a try. This is a high-quality workflow based on the One Fusion X model. It has built-in frame interpolation and upscaling. What you should know about the One Fusion X model. This model already includes all the essential features. Here are the merged components. CauseVid, causal motion modeling for better flow and dynamics. ACHI video, improved temporal alignment and faster generation. Movie iGen 1.1, cinematic smoothness and lighting. MPS Reward LoRA, tuned for motion and detail. Custom LoRAs, enhancements for texture, clarity, and fine details. This makes it significantly faster and capable of producing higher quality videos. Back to the workflow. We start by entering the prompt. Don't forget to include your LoRA. If you just want to generate a video, the default Details 1 LoRA is fine. If you're doing a rotation, select the 360 LoRA and copy the trigger word from the notes above the LoRA node. You'll get the result in about 5 minutes, a full video rotation of your model. Kling AI paid alternative for 360-degree rotations, and I can recommend it because it is much faster than One. This is a paid alternative, but you'll manage with 300 credits total for a complete dataset. 100 credits for full body rotation, 100 credits for close-up rotation, and 100 credits for various expressions like smiles. For Kling, it looks like this. There is already variation that the dress has changed, but it is also something useful. You can take something from it, especially shots from the back. The front has created very nice results. There are a lot of frames that can be cut and used for our LoRA, especially that the hair is a bit pushed back. There is more brightness, so you can use Kling to combine these different approaches. Kling produces high-quality 360-degree rotations that work well for dataset creation. The results are professional and suitable for training purposes, making it a good investment for those who want premium quality rotations. Creating training datasets. You need 2 types of rotations: full-body 360-degree rotation with 10 different angles and close-up face rotation with 10 different expressions and angles. Saving video frames. Open generated video in Chrome, right-click during playback, select Save Frame As. Save frames every 2 to 3 seconds for diverse dataset angles. This gives you professional quality source material for LoRA training or direct use. Step 8. Let's add variety and professional polish to your influencer collection. Flux outpainting expands your images beyond their original borders. Load, Flux. Outpainting workflow. Set expansion pixels left, top, right, bottom. Describe what should fill the new areas. Automatic expansion with consistent style. Always create multiple variations, different poses, outfits, expressions, and angles. This diversity is crucial for professional-looking results. Here is a Kate's tip.
We've already discussed inpainting. Use it to add more variety to your dataset before training. Make sure to diversify your frames. Change the outfit, hairstyle, gestures. Even something as simple as fixing the hair helps improve your LoRA. Remember, what you input is what you get. Before training, deplasticize each image using the upscale workflow mentioned earlier. It helps make the image look more natural and realistic. This workflow is your remedy for plastic results. You'll be training the final dataset in Flux Gym. The Runpod template for Flux Gym will be shared at the end of the video. If you're looking for a detailed Flux Gym tutorial, check out Druid Cat's previous video on creating influencers. The link is in the description.
One of the most interesting new workflows is one vase style transfer. It's available to choose in the workflow's selection menu. Everything is described step by step how it works. You add a video, add a prompt, set resolution, and add a reference image. This is the style template that your target video will transform into. The results are impressive. You can transform any video using reference-driven style transfer. I recommend experimenting on your own, because maybe influencer creation isn't the best example for this workflow. You can also use OneVase Fusion X for even better results. With OneVase, you can replace the subject in your video. Here's an example. OneVase is perfect for animation and style transfer, allowing you to transform actors into cartoon characters, Van Gogh art, or any other artistic aesthetic. The workflow supports video-to-video transformation with reference image guidance, maintaining temporal consistency while applying style across all frames. Ideal for animated content and artistic video projects. OneFusion X Phantom. This workflow allows you to combine elements from different images into a single video. It works very simply. You upload 3 images, for example, a character, clothing, and background. While consistency can be an issue, especially with full-body shots, it works well for close-ups. This workflow is very useful for dropshipping content, short reels or TikToks, combining outfit, model, and background in one clip. HiDream alternative. We can also try to generate our influencer using HiDream, which is also in the scripts available on Patreon. You can install them all together with the models. They take up a lot of space, so only if we really want to use it. Here, I've already loaded the workflow. I've already entered the same prompts that will allow us to generate our influencer on Flux, and we can compare the results and test the same prompts on HiDream. At this point, I have already clicked Run, and the generation is starting to generate, so let's wait a moment. And the result is showing why I still prefer Flux over HiDream. While Flux is generally superior, HiDream offers different aesthetic options. HiDream actually understands prompts better in some cases and can interpret complex descriptions more accurately. But after seeing the results, my personal choice is still Flux, because the overall quality and consistency is better. Background removal is essential for clean datasets. Load, simplest background remove workflow. Automatic background removal, clean cutouts ready for compositing or training. One last note about background removal. I'm still unsure whether it's worth removing backgrounds for LoRA training. On one hand, it prevents unwanted background elements from appearing in generated images. On the other, messy hair can result in ugly artifacts if the background was poorly removed. In theory, Flux Gym should cover the background with captions, but I recommend experimenting on your own to find the best approach. Step 9. Downloading your work. In Jupyter Notebook, navigate to ComfyUI output folder, right-click your image folders, select Download as Archive. Get organized zip files of all your work. Shutting down. Don't forget to terminate your pod when finished. If you use network storage, all your data remains safely saved for the next time. With network volumes, you can stop and restart any time without losing your setup. Just reconnect and continue working. Final thoughts. As a thank you for making it to the end of this tutorial, I have special gifts for you. First, you get access to my Flux Gym template on Runpod, which I coded myself specifically for LoRA training. The templates that I recommended in previous videos broke, and now you can use this one. This template is more stable than the standard ones and includes all the optimizations I use for professional influencer training. And here's the best part. It's publicly available and I'm not hiding it on Patreon. You can use it freely as much as you want without any restrictions. And second, here's Kate herself with a message for you.
Hello, sweeties. I'm available on Civet AI, link in the description. Now let us open Champagne and create content.
Remember to check out my Patreon for continued updates, new workflows, and ongoing support. Thanks to my 100+ patrons, I can keep developing these professional tools for the community. Now go create something amazing with your new AI influencer system. See you soon, hey?